So, for all of you wondering that, for once the E5 actually almost pushed us over the ridge out in the open, and if you get spotted there, you can get nailed very easily, very fast. Also, the way he positioned himself there, he basically blocked 3 tier 10 medium tanks out in the open, so nope, you definitely don't want to lose most of your hit points at the beginning of the battle because of that. But we already have the first shot. Defender spotted there on the other side of the lakeside road. One easy shot straight through the lower plate. Good start, but there is a lot more to come. So instead of camping in the back, as you see a lot of the top tier mediums do these days, we will go head on and charge the enemy team. Now in the meantime, a friendly tier 9 Batchat got himself seriously out of position there. I really don't know what he was expecting to find in the town other than the 4 heavy tanks right from tier 8 to tier 10, but that means he is pretty much instantly out of the game. However, we can use this carnage to our advantage, putting a couple of rounds into the 113 and then following it up with the M103. We're actually platooned up together. Now these guys are the most dangerous ones right here in front of us, so if we can take them out, the road should be open to follow up with the T-Raids behind them. Unfortunately, M103 gets a lovely shot there into the lower plate. However, that's nothing we can't handle. We still have about 1500 HP left to barter with, so that means we can definitely push on the advantage. .113 left himself out of position there, and with his flanks unsecured, we can easily take that guy out with the help of the friendly Batchat. And now it's feeding time. A lovely shot there in the Liberté, also tracking him in place, allowing our teammates to smack a couple more good rounds into it. Unfortunately, the follow-up shot bounces off the KV4 Stroll armor. However, that's only a temporary setback. Together with our friend in the Batchat and the other teammates, we will be able to rip this guy apart in seconds. So that's the town, pretty much won. KV4 trolls us one last time with the shot. And now it's time to push on, especially as the team seems to be a little bit of trouble there in the valley on the other side of the map, trying to fight it out against an E100 and the brand new Panzerkampfwagen 7. But first is first, there is a very lone and very vulnerable VK4502B here showing us its sides, giving us some very easy shots into him. And it seems unfortunately we are the ones who he decided to angle against. However, that didn't help him much, did it? So we are already in 4000 damage. We have to be careful, there is a pesky T-44-100 there on the lakeside road. There he is, behind the rock. However, he really does not want to give us his sides at the moment, so we will not stay here for minutes, looking at the same corner as a lot of players would do. Instead, let's advance the fight. We have a lot of armor behind us, so really we should be in a position to push here forward, especially as the match is relatively close at the moment. Defender there behind the house, he has the shot, I think. Will he be able to find it? Yes, he will. Unfortunately, big one. Defender has huge alpha damage for a tier 8 heavy, takes a massive chunk out of us. However, what he also has is a very long reload time, so now it's payback time. Unfortunately though, our friend in the Batchat seriously mistimes its move, and the defender is able to reload just in time to smack him into the side, and that means our platoon mate is unfortunately out for this game. As is everybody else on our team who actually went on the other side of the map. Despite doing over 5000 damage at this point, we are actually down by a tank. There is still a very dangerous top tier, tier 10 heavy tank platoon on the enemy team. Question is on how much health are they. TVP moving in for the kill against that 44-100. Then what's that? 252A actually moved up as well, so it would be hilarious if the artillery could blast that enemy medium tank into the back. But it doesn't seem to be the case. DVP is losing an awful lot of health. However, we are just in time to save the day with a lovely shot in the side. So now it's time to take on those top tier heavy tanks, and we are instantly switching here to some heat ammunition. Again, 264mm of average pen will be fine to go through these things. But since we are already on low health and basically a one shot for these guys, let's not waste any more time. Now we had the opportunity to track the Panzer 7. Of course, with the heat that meant that we would not be doing any damage. However, in this case, we are able to keep him in place. Oh, so bouncing a lovely shot from him, and yes, that would have killed us if it would have gone through. And then switching back to APCR allowed us to keep him tracked and damage him at the same time. And that's how quickly top tier heavy tank platoon is able to evaporate. So far so good. However, artillery takes out the heavy tank, so all that armor that was behind us is now history. So basically it's down to us, a very low health TVP and 2 artillery. At least the batch at 155 is trying to get into a position to also be able to help in the fight. Now, I don't really know what those guys were doing. The 69 and the Panzer 7 moving separately, one after each other, allowing us to easily take them out one by one. This thing has a crazy rate of fire, almost 9.5 rounds at base, without any equipments and crew skills, so